Today we're going to learn how to draw a face. We'll need pencil, rubber and a ruler. Let's get started. This is the basics of the face. You've got the hairline, the eyebrows, eyes, nose and mouth. Draw a rectangle. Then we're going to draw a circle for the top of the head. So you want to draw, just keep a nice lightly drawn circle because we're going to rub this out later, but this is just a guideline. So just a circle that's sort of for the top of the head. I always draw a line all the way down the centre, and then I'm going to draw the jawbone in. So you can sort of do like an oval. I mean, it's almost like an egg shape really, but we're going to just draw just very lightly the shape of the face. Very lightly, there we are. Then I'm going to draw the hairline, just a little line, soft line. This is going to be where the eyebrows are, just draw that along in there. And then very gently where the eyes are going to be. This is just a rough idea for you. Then I'm going to just draw in the nose, and then the mouth, and the chin at the bottom. The beauty triangle is an easy way to help you draw the face. You can start with the triangle that goes across the eyebrows down to the chin, and then you can link up from the hairline straight down to the corners of the mouth, and this will help give you a guideline for the nose. I'm going to show you how now. So drawing in all our guidelines. Now this one I'm going to take from the hairline, going down just to how wide I want the mouth. So there we are, and then we've got this line is going to come in across the eyebrows, and this is going to be the triangle, so it's going to be the edge of the eyes. Starting to draw the eyes now, so I'm going to have the eyebrows in. Just working quite quickly on these eyebrows. Basically, just using that line as a guideline. Try and draw them basically at the same time so that they try and stay symmetrical, which is very difficult. I'm using that guideline in the middle of the triangle from the hairline to help me draw the sort of start of the eye. And notice I'm going to draw the eye resting on that line that I've drawn in. Now usually there's sort of one eye in between the eyes, so you can usually have one guide as a measurement. The eye should usually be about the same width in the middle, so try and almost have three eyes in a way. I'm just using this ruler just to help me get these eyes the same height and width. So here we are. Using these sort of ovalish eyes, there's the tear duct. So just planning where the nose is going to go, just doing a little sort of C, which is the edge of the nose, and I've used that triangle coming from the hairline. Then again, just a very small sort of reverse C for the sides of the nose. And now I'm just doing the top of the lip. It's a little sort of wave shape. Just giving the corners a little bit of a darkness, just so I can work out how wide they're going to be. And again, I'm using that triangle that's in the centre coming down as my guideline. Bottom lip, just drawing this in quickly, just to give an overall effect so I know where everything is. Now I'm going to go back to the eyes. I quite like sort of setting out the face first of all, and then I can really concentrate and get the eyes how I want them. So I'm using a B pencil, just general pencil. You can use a 6B on this. Just drawing in the eyeball. I want this to be quite a dreamy girl's face. I'm not using anything to copy, but you can do, it's probably a good idea to actually get magazine images or perhaps something from fine art that you can actually copy, but I quite like making up these sort of dreamy girl faces. Okay, so I've got the eyeball in. I'm going to go a little bit darker here, and then adding slightly a darker edge just to give them slightly look as though it's got a bit of glamour, a bit of the eyelashes, and then the eyebrows. I'm drawing in those nicely. Shadings. I like smudging with my finger just to give it that softness that it's always lovely with a pencil. Making quite a smoky, darkish eye, slightly made up, and then going on the right hand side, just keeping all the time, just checking whether they actually are still symmetrical. It's really difficult to do symmetry. If you go softly and carefully, you can rub out. You just have to be very patient. Just adding in the pupil now. This will just give it that darkness. And remember, I'm leaving a little bit of a light in that blackness, then just shading in very gently. And now I'll come back to the eyes just to make them look a little bit more wet look. But at the moment, I'm just going for this dreamy darkness there, and then just the eyelashes, just heavy on the eyes. You don't want to draw lots of big eyelashes flaying out, but it's quite nice to just go a little bit darker just to give the impression of eyelashes. Obviously you can, if you want to go really glam, put some big eyelashes on, but for this picture I just want to be just more natural. Now just erasing a few little lines just so we can start building up some tone. Try not to draw these too dark so that they don't spoil your picture by the end. So just get rid of those. We're just going to go dark on the eyes. Tonal drawing is always nice. I mean, this would be lovely in coloured pencil as well, which is really nice to use. Again, just get rid of those guidelines now. Few eyelashes at the bottom, just extra little details. Finishing touches. Okay. Now tonally, I'm just going to darken the one side. I'm going to make the light is sort of coming from the right hand side. So I'm going to use just the side of the pencil and smudging just to give that very gentle effect of the side of the nose, which you can just build up and actually build it practicing, because it does take a lot of time to really learn that. And there, I'm just doing the edge of the nose. The black nostrils, that's really good to go dark and heavy just down there, and then very lightly with the side of your pencil you can start shading. Just be patient though, build up your shading, don't go heavy and dark at the start because it can really spoil your picture. So the more delicate you go, obviously you can build up the layers. The nose, always quite difficult. I think it takes a lot of time to learn how to draw noses. We're just going to go in gentle at the side. You can almost see it's a circle, a little circle on the end of the nose. And imagine that you've just got the shading at one side. Using the side of the pencil again to really build up a nice, easy tone. You don't want to go too heavy. Obviously, if you're using a 6B or a 4B, you can press quite gently and you just get a really good effect. This pencil, general pencil, just still does the same trick. You just probably have to do a few more layers. There's a tear duct. Shading with the side of the pencil. Taking off those extra lines we don't need anymore. And highlights on the eyebrow, quite nice on the brow bone there too. really clean up your drawing now. Get rid of all of that. Okay, now we can really go in for some, just a little bit more there, just take that off. Okay, I'm going to do the lips, just go the top, that sort of little bit where it links from the nose to the lips. Always really nice, just doing some general highlights and shading. Smudging with the finger. It just starts building its way out. Look. Lips, just around the edges. Just want to have sort of slightly parted lips. I'm going to go dark shading on the top lip. Just using the edge of the pencil. Go in the point a little bit, then you can build up the darkness. If you want it really intense, obviously press down harder. But for this look, I just want very gentle shading. Smudge with my finger a little bit. The bottom lip. It's going to come out a little bit, so we want to just go very gently on the bottom, using the eraser just to get rid of those sharp lines. And then imagine the sort of edge is going to be rounded. So you're going to use the side of your pencil, just going dark on the open lips there. And now just edges. Imagine the shine is just going to shine onto that bottom lip, the light. So we want to just show the edge of the lip, as though she's just going to open her mouth and say something. There we are. Just a few lines. Smudge it with your finger. A few more lines. A little bit. There we are. Just going to add in a little bit of the chin. Tiny bit of shading, a bit of smudge in there. And you can actually use your rubber to highlight areas as well, which is quite nice. So you can use that just to really show the light on the side of the face. Now this girl, she's going to have ears. The ears are level with the eyes and usually level with the nose. And I usually do them as sort of like just a line. I don't really ever do sticky out ears. So you can almost just do them as like a little line down the side, like a flattened sausage or something on the side. And she's actually going to have, her hair is going to be very long, so we won't really see the ears. Notice I've sort of kept inside that original rectangle that I drew at the start. Now we're going to go straight to the hair. So going down long, keep it quite wild. Going across and down. Sort of flyaway hair. So I'm just going to add this in. Just speed up a little bit so that you just get the effect really. Just using the point of the pencil first of all, just to get some nice long strands of hair. Now for some shading gently on the nose. Remember, this is where the light's coming from, so we don't want too much darkness. Again, smudge with my finger. Now I'm just going to come with the hair. A few flyaway bits there. Adding some tone at the side, a bit of darkness. Smudging again, using the side of the pencil. Going heavier darkness at the side of the face. Then adding the few strands here. Smudging. I like smudging with my finger. It's quite a good effect. It's really good with a 6B pencil actually, just to use to go really darker, more dramatic effect. Sometimes I like to use paper just so you don't really smudge the rest of the drawing. So just take some paper and just use that, because pencil really can smudge on your hand and spoil your picture that you've just done. Okay, I think we're nearly done. I think that's nearly, yeah. Sorry, my film is not great. There we are. Okay, final finished eraser. There we are. Okay, we're done. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.